There is a fifth dimension.
About the unknown.
Beyond that which is known to man.
The Garden of Thought.
The Babylon Project was our last best hope for peace.
Unexplained.
Mythologies.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
The Garden of Thought with Jeff Lippman.
Eventually, our sun will grow cold and go out.
You're listening to something much bigger, something hidden in plain sight.
It won't just take us. It'll take Marilyn Monroe and Lao Tzu and Einstein. All of this was for nothing. Unless we go to the stars.
What you're about to learn will completely change the way you experience your mind, your thoughts, and yourself.
Let's make sure that history never forgets the name.
The Garden of Thought.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Lippman.
And I am also Jeff Lippman.
Hi, Jeff Lippman.
Hi, Mr. Lippman.
Hello. This is Garden of Thought.
What are you guys doing in my house?
Hello, I am Jeff Lippman.
And I am also Jeff Lippman.
This is an uncanny coincidence. I'm Jeff Lippman also.
Hello,
are you guys
Jeff.
my relatives?
No. Welcome, Mr. Lippman, to Garden of Thought.
Wait, Garden of Thought? That's my podcast.
It's my podcast.
It's also my podcast.
Uh-oh. You know what? Okay, you can have it.
Thank you.
We were already doing
I can have it. This is very confusing.
We've just begun, Mr. Lippman. Now sit down and shut up.
Sure. Maybe you Lippmans can do it better.
Potentially. And also faster.
Stronger.
And hornier.
Better.
Excellent. All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Today's guest, I'm joined by Jeff Lippman.
I am also joined by Jeff Lippman and Jeff Lippman.
Are we going to interview Jeff Lippman on his own show?
I think we should interview Jeff Lippman for his own show.
I think we have to now.
The three Lippmans.
We're all Jeff Lippman.
Two best buddies are talking about whatever they want. They're looking for a show to steal and treasure to haunt. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
And we're also joined by Jeff.
Hey, is it my turn yet?
Yeah, it's your turn, Jeff.
All right.
So welcome to the show Garden of Thought, Jeff. I'm Jeff Lippman.
That is a weird coincidence, but yeah, thanks for having me on your show, Garden of Thought. I'm also Jeff Lippman, who has a show called Garden of Thought.
Well, welcome to Garden of Thought, Jeff, who has a show called Garden of Thought. Tell us a little bit about that show.
Oh, it's just a wacky adventure into whatever I'm curious about, wherein I can get a guest who can inform me about that thing that I'm curious about because I'm too lazy to do my own research.
Like sexually?
Well,
Curious?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm 56, so yeah, I'm not going to be doing much sexual research. So, yeah.
We had a non-binary fellow cancel on us.
Okay, well, I can't really help you with that, but I can pretend.
Well, Jeff, we have a show here called Garden of Thought, and we interview. We're curious about the goings on of people and the things, and we want to talk to interesting people about what's going on. So I feel like we have a lot of similarities here. Oh yes, and I also do recall there's 18 ads that play throughout your episode.
Yeah, that's the magic of Spreaker.
that cut in at random moments.
Yeah. Was the non-binary thing about like a star system?
No, it was
Potentially.
we don't know. We'll never know. We'll never find out. It was an interesting human being. It's so hard to navigate
Words?
the non-binary systems. It's very hard to navigate.
We know here we're all ones and zeros, Mike.
That's right. No, wait, no, we're not. That's the whole point, right? There's decimal places between the zeros and the ones.
I think there should be 2s and 3s.
Yes.
Who says there aren't?
Poignant.
I mean, I saw Interstellar. There's all sorts of dimensions.
There are.
I also saw the documentary Interstellar.
Do you believe in other dimensions, Jeff?
Not in the way that it's being broadcast these days, but I think that's mostly because it breaks my brain more than I actually have any knowledge to say there's not. There's also like sort of like a convenient, sort of religious component / anti-establishment, like you're living in a matrix and you're all controlled kind of aspect to it. So, and it breaks my brain. Did I mention that?
Yes.
Oh, and it also ruined the MCU 3 times. So
yeah.
Has anyone ever thought what would happen if you grabbed both pills out of Morpheus's hand and took them at the same time?
Oh, that would be wild. What do you think would happen?
Jeff Lippman.
Answer Jeff's question.
Yeah, I think part of you gets big, part of you gets small, and you probably explode in the middle.
Oh, it's like an Alice in Wonderland scenario if she drinks both bottles.
Big feet, tiny hands, exploded colon.
It's a galaxy quest.
That's right. I'm binary. I'm not binary. Maybe the non-binary, I guess, would have had a different answer for that. But I think it's a binary choice. You have to choose one.
People have different interesting ways on how they look at the universe and their place in it, right? So, like, from my perspective, we're all insignificant pieces of dust and nothing really matters, right? So,
optimistic, Mike.
Yeah. The universe will eventually go into heat death, and the last celestial body will be, red dwarf stars and then when those go out, it'll just be a cold, dead universe.
That's right.
I tend
and
not
it starts again.
I tend to not think about it.
And then it implodes and expands out again in a big bang, potentially.
I don't think it is.
You really don't have to think about it because it's like, that's in like 11 billion years. So you won't be here.
Oh, it's longer than that. The inevitable heat death of the universe is probably further out than that. I mean, hell, we got 6 billion years left on our own sun or something like that before it becomes a red giant and consumes the solar system.
So they say. Could be tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah.
It seems like a big waste of time to think about that stuff.
Well, yes, of course. Yeah, none of it applies to you. It's just existential.
I think that's just anxiety.
Well, it applies to you if you believe in your soul and some part of you reincarnates or exists beyond this life. If you don't, then it doesn't. Most people want to exist beyond this life. I think based on this conversation, it's probably easier to not.
Let's enter this garden of thought. Let's all three of us Jeff Lippmans walk through the garden of thought and philosophize as to what.
All right, gang, put on your knee pads, grab your shears. We're going into the garden of thought.
Sound like flashlight click.
Flashlight click. All right, boys and girls, pick up your fertilizer and your watering buckets. It's time to enter the garden of thought.
Wow, that was beautiful, Jeremy.
Thank you.
I love the sound that happened after you said that. I mean, Jeff. Mr. Lippman, thank you.
Everyone grab a little shovel full of potting soil. We're going into the garden of thought.
It just reminds me of that song you wrote. The Midget and His Shovel.
Oh, the Midget Shovel? That's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic.
It's a beautiful song.
Classic song. So we're talking about
with the song.
We're talking about dimensions and existential crisis. Jeff Lippman, what do you think? Can a midget with spina bifida fall in love with a shovel?
Jeff?
No.
Well, then why did I write a song about it?
Then what are we all doing here, right?
What's the point?
Oh, isn't art the sort of the unachievable? I mean, isn't that part of art? The unachievable in life, you put it in some sort of recorded fashion. So that's what you're doing. You're creating art.
Yeah, there's a way, it represents something bigger than itself, Jeremy, and art is in the eye of the beholder.
So is love.
And I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not Doctor Strange. I can't see all the different ways that a midget with spina bifida, finds a shovel and finds that right special shovel. It completes him or her.
Or them.
They.
Or them.
Now, oh, damn it. What was I going to say? Oh, I had a thing. Oh, it's gone. Goodbye. I lost it in the garden.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, maybe you can fill me. How does the spina bifida fit into the scenario? I mean, like what changes between do midgets without spina bifida have a high propensity of falling in love with shovels?
Well, it's like a twofer, right? So not only was he born a midget, but he was also born with spina bifida.
Does the spina bifida define this midget?
In the eyes of everyone but the shovel.
Ah, okay.
The shovel doesn't judge. The shovel doesn't call him names. Just listens to him.
But the shovel was, in the end, the midget's downfall.
Well,
as
it's Romeo and Juliet.
It did pierce the midget's heart.
Literally.
I think it was a he.
What, the shovel?
The midget.
It was it was not specified.
It wasn't. Okay.
Yep, he canceled on the show today.
Yeah. Oh, that's who we were going to interview. So it was also Canadian.
Yep.
They were also Canadian.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that changes things.
Oh, well, you didn't say he was a Canadian midget with spina bifida.
Now I remember what I was going to say. So I know why why Jeff and I have named our podcast Garden of Thought, but why is your podcast called Garden of Thought? How did that come around?
It's funny you should ask. It's a very reasonable question. I actually recently renamed it Garden of Thought. It was originally Garden of Doom. And
I love that.
There's sort of a long story to that, but I had some guests I didn't feel belonged on Garden of Doom, so then I created Garden Views, but since they were both on the same feed, it was rather confusing, and I actually lost guests who declined to come on a show called Garden of Doom because they thought it was frivolous, or in some cases they thought it was scary, believe it or not. So I decided to change it, and I just subsumed Garden of Thought and Garden Views under Garden of Thought, and went from there. I also have a third show, which by coincidence also has the initials GOT. So I have Garden of Thought presents the Gospel of Thomas, where
Game of Thrones.
my co-host is Mr. Thomas from Major League Wrestling. So we talk to people in wrestling, generally about non-wrestling things. It used to be Book of Black because my co-host then was PJ Black, but PJ is elusive. But Mr. Thomas is anything if not completely responsive. So.
We also like to take topics and then not talk about it at all during an episode.
Or get someone who specializes in something and don't talk to them about it at all.
Yeah.
Well, there's 40,000 wrestling podcasts. Nobody needs another wrestling podcast. There's nothing that I could bring to a wrestling podcast that isn't being done by more popular people or more interesting people or people who are better with tech. But if I know a couple of these folks individually and they know people individually, we can have real conversations. And then, so you're finding out about the person who just happens to be a wrestler. And it's, to me, that's more interesting. I mean, if you want to have an interview with a wrestler, listen to Fightful or Chris Van Vliet. You'll get who they trained with, their favorite move, why Les Thatcher is better than Lou Thez, or why Harley Race is better than Ric Flair. Exactly. You don't need me for that or to go over like WrestleMania matches. So
wrestlers go to Jeff Lippman to talk about Israel-Palestine.
Famously.
We haven't gone there yet, but if that's what the person wants to talk about, that's what we're going to talk about.
Nothing's off the table.
You don't want to know what the Undertaker feels about Gaza?
Here at Garden of Thought.
I mean, let's put things out here. I'm not getting the Undertaker, though. Tyrus was on the show. I mean, he's probably as famous in the real world as the Undertaker is, maybe more so, because he's on Fox News all the time.
You are cordially invited to explore our new audio drama,
Fables from the Forgotten. What is an audio drama, you ask? Well, come with us on this fantastic journey. An audio drama is a fully immersive experience, and this one tells the stories of the souls who have crossed into the afterlife.
Whether it's a battle on the high seas,
a murder mystery in a dark mansion,
or even a dwarf crossing through a war-forged land.
Get down! Grab your hammer!
We will bring you along on these exciting adventures.
Welcome to the world of Eneron, and traverse this never-before-seen land through the eyes of our visitors, and witness how they will shape the world, potentially, forever.
Isn't the Undertaker like a governor now, or a mayor somewhere? Or is that his brother Kane?
No, that's Kane.
Yeah, Kane.
Kane is a mayor in Knox County.
Nice. Should move to Knox County.
Glenn Jacobs.
He's still a big burly man, that Glenn Jacobs.
They tend to be.
Yeah, he's in terrific shape. He's still, he's still jacked.
Did you see where he challenged Tim Waltz to a charity fight?
I saw that. Fun stuff, but that's a cheap pop. I mean, one guy's 6'8" and is trained in some form of fighting. The other guy's a regular person.
Yeah, but he can fix a truck, Jeff. That makes him capable of fighting.
I did watch when Jake Paul, went up against Mike Tyson in that wrestling match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best. They still haven't broke kayfabe on that
real
one.
Thing. Yes, a totally real fight.
Well, I think the realest part about that fight is when Jake Paul accidentally stepped on his foot and Mike Tyson punched him in the face. He's like, hey.
That was the best punch of the fight.
The paychecks, too, were the real part. Really, the realest part was the technical difficulties Netflix had in servicing that many people.
Oh, God, it was horrible. Because I was there. I was a part of that, and I was very frustrated.
Yeah, so I heard. I wasn't curious. I mean, I was curious but I wasn't about to watch the fight. I was about to stay up till like 2 a.m. to watch those two slow dance.
I'm not gonna lie. The chick fight was the best fight.
Oh
of the
yeah,
night.
yeah.
Those chicks going to town on each other.
Mm-hmm.
I was at least glad that I got to see that because they really put it to each other.
Yeah,
I thought that was good. Now I might watch the rematch if there is one because I have a feeling that Mike Tyson's not going to hold back a second time.
Maybe we get Mike Tyson into the wrestling ring with Logan Paul. Then Mike Tyson can destroy Logan Paul and win back his reputation.
Well, they just should have called the fight after Mike Tyson had his heart attack or whatever it was.
Did he have a heart attack?
I think he had back problems.
There was some health problem that Mike Tyson had prior to the fight, and it basically crippled him.
Shingles, heart attack. Who could tell?
Something that us old folks have. Gotcha. Yeah, shingles. That's
I don't think you're that
shingles
old.
In the middle of the fight.
Also, Mike was saying, I haven't seen your picture, but he did say you were a cutie pie.
Yep. All of us Jeffs are.
That's right. 3 cute Jeffs.
That's right. 3 cute Jeff Lipmans.
Well, now we have to come up with a fake sitcom as an ad for the show. The three cute Jeffs.
The 3 cute Jeffs.
We can make a jingle.
Adult Swim.
To the 3 amigos.
Just 3 cute Jeffs talking in the garden.
3 cute Jeffs
talking in the garden.
Thinking about stuff. 3 cute Jeffs.
This is very 1982 ABC Friday Night lineup sitcom.
It's all we know.
3 cute Jeffs just got the back 9.
I guarantee you Barry Manilow already has one with that title somewhere.
It's about a wild night in Bangkok. 3 cute Jeffs.
Oh, well, Bangkok, that's Murray Head, but okay.
So we get to a section. It's on every episode of Garden of Thought. It's called Let's Through the Weeds.
Through the Weeds. It's my favorite segment, Jeff.
Through the Weeds.
The weeds.
So, Jeff, we ask everyone on Garden of Thought the simple question of what type of weeds have you been pulling in your life? What's the struggle you're dealing with in your everyday life?
Wow. What is the struggle? Normal sleep hours. That's probably my big struggle these days. My wife, Senora Dos, has become a bit of a TikTok sensation and does these lives now into the wee hours of the morning. And so, I'm up, like, listening to her hold court.
Ice cream. Yum, yum, yum. Ice cream.
Oh,
yum, yum, yum.
You're saying his wife is one of those...
Is that not it?
TikTokers that just does NPCs?
The NPCs?
No, they're mostly in Spanish, so it might be helado, yum, 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 but no, it's there's a lot of like, gracias, 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 and then telling people, only the tap, only tap. Don't type in the numbers, but yeah, it's fun. It's like listening to like a moderator like deal with like crowd control. It's like an interesting little experiment.
Is it though?
I think it sounds great.
Apparently it turns to real money. Like she tells me all the time, like she comes back with this stuff and she's like, I paid for this with my TikTok money. I got this from the TikTok shop. So there's like this whole economy. I don't have TikTok. I don't even download it to my
That was
phone,
my
so
question. I was like, are you watching what she does? Do you know what she does though?
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, I can see into the other room if I want. I mean, and I do plenty. I mean, I'm the attire coordinator, so I make sure that like the shirt is lower cut than she wants to do, or that she opens another button or whatever. So
it would be funny. If Jeff has never seen it, and he's like, I don't know. She's saying "gracias" a lot. There's a lot of coin noises going on the other side of the door.
Oh, she's constantly showing me the videos. She's very proud of the videos and the people from all over the world that are and showing me some dude from Colombia singing her a song, and it's going, Valentina, can you marry me? And she's like, no, I'm already married. So,
well, he doesn't sound like a cutie pie to me.
He wasn't. He's not as cute as us three Jeffs.
Oh,
that's right. Just three cute Jeffs.
About the two of you guys.
Walking through the garden.
3 cute Jeffs.
Tugging on some weeds.
3 cute Jeffs.
Walking in the garden.
Well, that's very profound. So your wife is your problem. Your wife is your biggest problem. I feel like that's how you answered the question.
My biggest problem
is your wife being on TikTok.
All the weeds in my garden belong to my wife.
I feel like I should just give you that one and not like keep digging. What else is my problem? I don't eat very well. I eat like a 20-year-old, which is really not great.
Fried chicken,
especially with our blood pressure, Jeff.
Blood pressure's never been my problem, but I'm working at it. And I do love fried chicken.
Yeah, God, I love fried chicken. So good.
It is so good.
Now I'm gonna get fried chicken tonight while I'm editing.
Yeah, we have Royal Farms here, and it's delicious.
Oh yeah, where is your garden?
Yeah, where's your garden
located?
We are in Metro Baltimore.
That is where we are.
Yep.
I could have heard all of those Orioles outside.
It just might put gunshots in the background. Baltimore.
Yeah, being chased by ravens. Right, and gunshots and with crack and smack.
I do enjoy Baltimore when I go to Baltimore. I do enjoy it.
Oh God, there's somebody who's like, I want you to steal my podcast. It's about we're in Baltimore and we talk about the Orioles, and I was like, are there a lot of Orioles in Baltimore? And that was my response. And then he never said anything after that. And I'm like, I'm getting ghosted by women on the internet. I'm being ghosted by podcasts who want us to steal them.
And bird watchers, apparently.
Why are my funny comments being met with such
vitriol?
Vitriol.
The answer is, as far as the ornithology community knows, there is no longer a single Oriole, not just in Baltimore, but not in the entire state of Maryland. But apparently in Pennsylvania, there are still some Orioles. Now, how they know this, I don't know, and how they can cover all the ground at all times, I don't know, and why birds, honor state borders and things like that, I am dubious. But apparently there are no Orioles. But there are plenty of ravens here, and crows and turkey vultures or buzzards.
The most intelligent birds and vultures, very fascinating. There's no bacteria that can grow in a vulture's stomach. It is such a wasteland. That's why they can eat like the most rancid, rotting meat. Their bodies can consume it because their stomachs just obliterate and sanitize everything.
Why don't we make antibacterial soap out of the lining of a turkey vulture?
Because it would dissolve your hands in the process.
I've never been so clean. Yeah. You can't get your hands dirty if you don't have hands.
I'm sorry, other Jeff, what?
It's like the xenomorph mammalian. You don't touch their innards. It's deadly. The vultures here in the United States have like no relationship whatsoever to the vultures in Africa, and they even look alike, and they have like this, it's like, what do they call it? Convergent evolution, when different strategies appear independently in different parts of the world.
Wow, that's actually very fascinating. Vulture Talk 2025.
They even look alike. So there must be something to these like gastrobiospheres that lend to being a really, really ugly bird.
It's like when 2 people on the planet at the same time discover peanut butter on a spoon as being a snack. Like, you invented it. You didn't hear it from anywhere else, but another person down the road also invented peanut butter on a spoon.
Then they enjoyed it and they realized it could make their life easier. So that's successful evolution. Imagine if two people at the same time dip their peanut butter in somebody's chocolate at the same time.
Or chimichangas in chocolate, right, Jeff?
No.
Right?
No.
Jeff?
No one's going to back you up on that one,
Jeff,
Mike.
right?
Nope. You keep trying.
Well, no, I'm not sure I'm down with the chimichangas and
Sweet
chocolate.
and savory?
Or maybe cocoa beans.
Sweet and savory.
Umami.
Yeah.
I got one better than just peanut butter on a spoon. I'll take peanut butter and jelly, and I'll put it both on the same spoon and eat it like that. No bread.
Wow.
Radical.
That's a
Peanut butter.
trailblazer.
Yeah. I don't need all those extra carbs. Just want delicious peanut butter and
That's
jelly.
some Rage Against the Machine shit right there.
Jeremy.
Hmm.
Peanut butter and jelly popsicles.
We got to get out of the podcasting business, Mike.
Jeremy, just take what you did and make it cold.
And make it cold. We flash freeze it with like nitrogen.
Yeah. Liquid
Make it-
nitrogen.
Yeah, to make it cool, we'll sell it in the malls.
Jeff.
That are failing.
3 cute Jeffs, and they're really smart, too.
Pending.
It's a trademark TM.
You've had it soft, you've had it squishy, but are you ready to have it freezing? Ooh. Introducing peanut butter and jelly popsicles, TM. Your favorite childhood sandwich now cryogenically snackified. Oh. We took creamy peanut butter, sweet jelly, and blasted it with liquid nitrogen for that perfect, why is it so cold but I love it flavor explosion. Spread it, freeze it, suck it, TM. Peanut butter and jelly popsicles, TM, because sandwiches are for cowards.
What do you think they're going to do with all those the decrepit malls out there, Jeff?
What do I think they're going to do with them?
I mean, there's these
Probably
I
giant-
just went to the Merritt Square Mall, Jeremy, in our hometown.
It's sad.
Half of it's gone. It's like barren. Nothing there. Jeff, thoughts?
What they should do is make them plan communities for low-income housing.
Put the old people in the malls, Jeremy.
Or
Jeff.
no-income housing. You know, you put, social services in there and police and some medical treatment as well, and and have them as complete vocational centers and decent housing for people, in these vast sort of isolated, surrounded by moats of circular roads already.
Oh, and they're so close to a pretzel.
And I see what you're getting at, Jeff, and I like where you're going. You're making it the most dangerous game.
That's right, Jeff.
Put all the homeless people in the mall and then legalize hunting them down.
Yes.
I like where you're going.
I don't know. That's the third cute Jeff's addition. Like, listen, I'm not saying that isn't where I was ending. I'm just saying that you're the one who said it. You, Jeff Lippman, are the one who said it. It wasn't Jeff Lippman who said it.
Jeff Lippman 3, as I am Jeff Lippman 2, and then Jeff Lippman 1. Right. So
I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Don't define me by my number.
That's what all the homeless people keep saying when they get the numbers tattooed on them.
That's right. By the way, how is unhoused less negative than homeless? I don't understand that.
Well, Jeff, you know what all of us Jeffs are always going on and on about. It's just another Marxist trick. Change the words. 1984, George Orwell.
I just think it's silly.
It is.
There are certain things that are silly. I don't know how disabled is better than handicapped. I mean, they literally mean the same thing.
Yeah, and retarded's way
Connotations
better than mentally challenged.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time wasting time on words that aren't really of particular import, as opposed to the actual issues themselves. As if the language changes the actual underlying condition.
It kind of seems like it's a trick. They go, we don't have a homeless problem. We have a problem with housing. They're unhoused. Homeless has a connotation of either lazy, mentally challenged, or drug addict.
we don't have a problem with drug addicts. We have a problem with drug dealers.
Well, sure. I just don't know what the different connotation for unhoused is. I feel it's the same connotation. You just put the negative, participle of the word on the front end of the word on the prefix as opposed to the suffix. But okay.
Oh, it's like colored people and people of color. I see where you're getting at, Jeff.
I don't really get that one either. But listen, if that's important, it's not really a big trouble to say people of color. For whatever reason, it is very hard for me to go from homeless to unhoused, or just say handicapped to disabled, or disabled to whatever the new one is.
Handy-capable?
Maybe it's a me problem.
I think it's handy-capable now.
Yeah, but they're not as fun to hunt, though, Jeremy.
What, on wheels? It might be more fun to hunt on wheels.
Well, we got to give them the wheels.
If they're moded in by the circular roads and these new super malls of
and they're so
these
accessible.
game parks that Jeff 3 created.
I mean, the malls already have ramps installed, so.
It's true. You're right. Elevators, too.
So here at Garden of Thought, me, Jeff Lippman, I always ask my guests just profound questions that no other host is going to ask. I'm very good at it. If you listen to Garden of Thought, you'll know that my questions are the best questions. So where's your favorite place to get wings, Jeff Lippman, number one?
Ooh. There is a place here called Maria's that has surprisingly good wings. But if I'm just going to grab wings, I like Buffalo Wild Wings. I like their choices. Wingstop is pretty good also.
Yeah.
B-dubs. We prefer Dave & Buster's wings.
Do we? I don't think I've ever had Dave & Buster's wings.
Either.
Well, Eddie McClintock also. We had interviewed Eddie McClintock, and he also preferred Buffalo Wild Wings.
From Warehouse 13, Eddie McClintock?
Buster's.
Yeah, from Warehouse 13. You were there.
No, that was me.
We made fun that his shows bombed and he had to give his Porsche away. I love Eddie McClintock.
Eddie McClintock, famous friend of the show and friend of Dean Cain.
That's right. We got to get Dean Cain on the show.
We're so close.
So close.
Oh, he would definitely be into the big game park mall concept. See, I was being progressive there. See, my little mall housing thing is a very progressive idea, but then I'm like still using homeless and disabled. I guess the point is we're not all one thing.
That's right.
Right. And if you make it too progressive, then it can't make any money, Jeff.
I hate it when someone defines themselves of like one thing. I hate it. It's one of my pet peeves is when you have taken one part of your identity and made it your whole identity.
What, like non-binary?
Well, I mean, there are people that do that, but there are also non-binary people that feel the same way. They're like, it's not like my defining feature.
Yeah, number one, I'm a bird watcher. Number two, non-binary.
Right, or down the line. And I have plenty of non-binary friends who, because I slip up, right? I try and
you become non-binary sometimes?
No, what I'm saying is I slip up and I will call them the wrong pronouns and then I'll apologize. They're like, yeah, it's fine.
My idea is not to make money. My idea is to save money and increase quality of life where quality of life is adversely impacted by the unhoused problem, but also to help the unhoused people. I mean, we're spending money on them anyway through taxes. You may as well just do it in you remember The Wire where they created Amsterdam? This is Amsterdam with housing.
I remember one time I gave a homeless man money because he gave me a sad story, but then I saw him 20 minutes later coming out of an ABC with a 24-pack of beer.
Good for him.
And it'll make money for the landowners. So you take it by eminent domain. Governments have taken land by eminent domain for stupider things.
And if realistically, if we can set up, facilities to shoot heroin into drug addicts safely, then we should be able to set up these facilities that have, like you said, police and medical services and maybe
vocational training.
Yeah, vocational training. Yes.
And we have these giant empty acreage of buildings that are already wired and plumbed. I mean, it's these open, empty malls. So, listen, I haven't given this a whole lot of thought, but when you asked me the question, that's I think what I would do with them.
It does make sense. I mean, they're all just becoming like the same three stores, right? Spencer's, Zumiez, Pretzel Place.
Yeah,
it's the whole mall.
Yeah. Well,
yep.
Well, the indoor malls are being closed, so they're all becoming the same store, which is vacant. And then the same stores are going to outdoor malls, which in 10 years it'll reverse. It'll lead to something else.
The flea markets are doing great though. Malls. Flea markets, like
outdoor flea market,
community-made malls, those are doing really well.
You can tell.
Bazaars.
See, I don't know if any flea markets are doing great, but I do know the upper crust equivalent, which is like farmers markets, those are doing well. I mean, I think those are essentially flea markets, but that I get the difference in branding. Flea market, farmers market. Flea market sounds low end and you're getting used shit. Farmers market sounds like you're getting fresh grown, vegetables and foods, healthy, organic, community based. I completely get the branding there. I understand the difference between flea market. Fleas are not like a good thing. Fleas are like bubonic plague. Farmers market, everyone likes farmers. Everyone likes markets. It sounds fun, positive. It sounds like an outing. It sounds like a reason to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday and, go someplace.
Y'all tired of paying full price for fancy stuff you're just gonna break anyways? Come on down to the Rusty Bucket Flea Market, where one man's trash is another man's four-wheeler ramp. We got boots with just enough sole left, porcelain clowns that may or may not be cursed, and an entire table of tangled extension cords that are probably fine. Hungry? Try Darla's deep-fried chili on a stick. Thirsty? Billy's got moonshine labeled not moonshine. We got knives, knife sharpeners, knives that come with stories, and one container that no one's allowed to touch. That's the Rusty Bucket Flea Market, open Saturdays from whenever we wake up till the cops say stop. Located right behind the old Arby's and slightly to the left of the burnt-down Radio Shack. Come for the deals. Stay, 'cause your cousin's locked the keys in the truck on you.
Why are they called flea markets?
That's a great question.
I didn't know that.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Jeff, speaking of...
Jeff number 3.
McClintock knows.
Yeah, maybe.
It's McClintock.
Speaking of bubonic plague, that gives me an idea to enhance your mall scenario. What if we put all of the unhoused people in the mall and then, like China, we weld all the exits shut?
Well, that sounds like you're going back to your hunting scenario, and I'm going to leave that with you, Jeff Lippman.
Well, I think they would just, at that point, hunt each other.
So it's like Lord of the Flies internally?
Yes.
So are you going to get all the social workers, doctors, and cops out of there first, or just like, you guys have an advantage of like having all your teeth and being healthy?
No, I think that the medical people, they all need to be outside. So whoever does win the battle royale and escapes, they get medical treatment and vocational training.
Okay. So how about like whoever wins like gets a seat in Congress?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in our government should be like running. I think everyone needs to pick someone they want to be and then vote for that person without that person being like, oh, I didn't want this, because that's the guy to do the best job.
You're right. It's I didn't sign up for this. I don't want this responsibility.
Right. I don't want this responsibility, and now you have it, and they're going to do a great job.
Or all the power goes to their head.
Nope. The odds are less psychologically. Also, we have the French to thank for the words flea market. The French are the ones that messed it up.
What's flea? What is it?
So the term flea market originates from the French marché aux puces, which literally means market of fleas.
Huh.
Well, that sounds like they're talking about us little people. So yeah.
The French are weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why.
They invented
how does my podcast do in France?
Let me check.
I think that's our third biggest market.
Oh yeah, they eat this shit up.
Not anymore.
It goes United States, Israel, France.
There you go.
I think Canada's in there somewhere.
Oh, the French
Well,
Canadians.
we just lost half of Canada.
That's right.
Thanks, Trump.
Back out.
Yeah, we lost the dirty part though.
How you doing in Greenland? Okay.
Actually, we don't have any listeners in Greenland.
Not yet, but like I said, United States is our biggest market, so soon they'll be one and the same.
Garden of Thought is really blowing up in Japan.
Oh, Japanima?
Japanima.
I'm big in Japan. Isn't there a song Big in Japan?
There can be.
I think every American who shows up to Japan is big in Japan.
Yeah, I think there is a song Big in Japan. I think
Three cute Jeffs, big in Japan.
Ooh. Going global.
It's just the Saturday, what is it, the special? Remember all the old TV shows from the 80s had a special where it was like, hey, everybody, this episode's going to be about AIDS. And then they do like a really sad special episode.
Yeah, Captain Planet famously did that with AIDS.
Yep.
The episode when Urkel got arrested by a mean policeman.
Oh, what was the one? Wasn't there the one where the kids were the Willis? That one was it Family
Matters?
Family Matters?
No.
That was Steve Urkel.
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes, where the guy was molesting the children.
What?
And telling them not to tell anybody.
Was no good. That was a bad programming choice.
See something, say something.
He's like, yeah, we were over at Mr. So-and-so's house, and he wanted to look at my pecker. And he just left the other kid at the house.
Talking about Willis.
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, that show is like 0 for 3 for the quality of lives for those kids.
Stared right into my butthole.
It's Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Janet Jackson was in Good Times.
I love Janet Jackson.
She doesn't.
She's cute.
Everyone should. She's been age appropriate hot for me my entire life.
Yeah.
Or cute anyway.
We got to see her boobie on the Super Bowl.
So excited.
She got too much. There was too much. And that should have been put on Justin Timberlake, to be honest. It's not her fault. Her titty flew out. He pulled on the shirt.
In fairness, he did say he was bringing sexy back.
He did indeed bring
sexy.
sexy.
All.
He called his shot.
He did. I mean, it used to be out. Sexy was so uncool for so long.
You know, she wasn't age appropriate for me. She was a little older than me when I was a kid, but Jennifer Connelly has always had my heart.
Yeah, we brought her up several times.
Oh, I love her.
She is really skeletal now. She's really skeletal.
Really? Ozempic?
I don't know, but it's severe. If you watch Snowpiercer, she's on that, or she was on that show. It's done now, but it's severe.
Is that the train?
Thin. She's
Snowpiercer? That's the train. I think I've only seen the movie.
I've only seen the movie with Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating babies.
Yeah, this is tough. This is a whole different thing. But Ned Stark is in it. What's his name?
Sean Bean.
Michael Bean.
Sean Bean. Right. He always dies in everything.
I just got the Oblivion remaster. Shout out to Martin Septim in the game, played by Sean Bean.
Patrick Stewart's in that too.
And Patrick Stewart's in it.
Hello, it is I, Sir Patrick Stewart.
I am Time
must
Septim.
save from oblivion.
Mike's been really nailing his Patrick Stewart. He's been practicing it for like a month, 2 months.
Hey, Jeff, number one, what did you think of my Patrick Stewart impression?
Who's Mike? I'm still on that. I mean, I heard Jeff.
The microphone, obviously.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so stupid. That was great. I mean, I felt like I was on the Enterprise.
What's something you've always wanted to hear Patrick Stewart? Patrick Stewart, tell Jeff how much you love him.
Jeff, number one. I love you.
That's great.
I hold you dear to my heart. I want to suckle upon your teats.
Fulfilled.
All your dreams have come true, Jeff.
There are starving children in Rwanda.
Put them all in a mall and hunt them down.
Mall of Rwanda.
And none of them can read.
The Rwanda invaded Congo.
You know, I famously, I love giving homeless people whatever they need. Mike, you were saying you gave this homeless guy money and you saw him buy beer. If I see a homeless guy drinking a Four Loko or something outside of a gas station, I'll go in, I register what flavor he's drinking, I buy him another one, a bottle of water, some chips and stuff. Or the guys on the side of the street, I'll just hang a cigarette out to give him a cigarette because it's hot outside. Smoke a cigarette. You know you want it. But I was in Houston last week, and I heard on the news, this guy drove up, asked the homeless guy, if he was hungry. The guy said yes. The dude went to a fast food place, got him some food, pulled up, rolled his window down to go hand him the food, and this homeless guy pulled out a knife and started stabbing him over and over again inside of his vehicle. So I've kind of slowed down since last week.
Wow, Jeff. That's wild.
It's terrifying now. I'm like, I'll just give this guy a cigarette, but I don't want to get stabbed to death.
Yeah.
People go feral. Yeah. I guess you need to keep yourself at least 3 arms length.
That guy would do really good in the mall, though.
That guy needs to unplug.
I think he plugged in, unplugged, and plugged in again over and over again.
You're suggesting he was training for the mall games.
Yep, for the mall games.
As soon as it's coming soon. I can feel it.
Well, you know what? We can name the mall the Garden of Doom, Jeff.
The Garden of Doom.
Sure could.
Is that something that you were sad to give up? Because it was originally the name of your show. We've had Garden of Thought this whole time. But you went from Garden of Doom to Garden of Thought. And did that make you sad? Because that was the original, show name. It was your show, and it wasn't doing as well as you wanted, perhaps because of the name. Maybe some people had made some comments. And do you honestly think that the name was the problem? And do you think by abiding to these people, you may have lost touch with the show and what it means?
A lot of questions there, Jeff. Good job. Yeah, it is sad because one, I applied for and got the federal trademark and had a little bit of an argument with the people who made the movie and the video game Doom, and had to sign an agreement promising that I wasn't going to make a video game and a movie from my home office. So that was quite a sacrifice. But
it's a lot of closed doors.
Yeah, look, it's never one thing that holds you back, or rarely is it one thing. I think the name was just but a very small thing. I loved the show art, but it was a little bit scary. It really didn't fit with the show, because the show certainly had Garden of Doom stuff, but it also had plain old academic stuff or philosophical, esoteric. So it really didn't fit the show. So it wasn't that hard. Am I seeing a giant turnaround because I changed the name? No. I think the biggest problem with the name or with the show is that I don't really have any marketing arm for it. I'm not really going to put a lot of money into it. And most of the people who know who I am or know that I have a podcast, they're not really interested in the things that I'm covering, at least not in the depth that I'm covering them. So, I mean, I've had people say, your show's too smart. Sorry, I tried to listen to 3 or 4 and you just lost me. I mean, it's good. I respect. Like, I had someone come on as a guest, and like about 12 minutes in, he tapped out. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you had like college professors. I didn't know you knew this stuff. I thought I knew this stuff, but my wife is a smart one. Maybe she should be on this.
You outguested your guest?
Can we talk about this again? I'm like, no problem. So,
I love that.
But here's the truth, that while I would love to be successful, I would love for the show to be successful, I would love for it to bring in money. I'm not money averse. The show really is an excuse for me just to learn about things that I'm too lazy to research on my own, and I just call it a show. As long as I'm still learning things, that's fine. As long as there's stuff I'm still curious about and can find guests, it's fine. Now, I'm in my 6th year now, and there's fewer and fewer things that I'm curious about where I'm able to find guests. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm having a lot of trouble finding the guests for things I'm interested in. And I'm also at the point where, like, when you asked me way back when on the dimensions thing, and I'm like, it breaks my brain. So like, I've gotten less curious. I think I filled, the matrix that is my head with thoughts and ideas. So that's why I really enjoy doing the Gospel of Thomas with the wrestlers, because we can talk about deep things. We can talk about things like, where's your favorite chicken wings? We can talk about, like, what's the best cheesesteak in Philly? What's the best restaurant? And like, all the wrestlers name the one that has the one with like barbed wire surrounding it. And I'm like, can you come up with any place that's not surrounded by barbed wire? And they're like, nah, because it's right across from the 2300 arena where, ECW was. So I don't know. It's just, but in the next moment we can talking about, like, UFOs, or like their mom told them ghost stories or whatever. So, that's just people chilling, which is cool, except the people are, semi-celebrities in certain circles. So, that's the one that if it's going to blow up, it's going to blow up. And probably my other 2 shows are impacting that, despite my other efforts. But the midweek show, the Garden of Thought B,
of course,
it also counts as my writing requirement for work. So, like, I do a lot of legal topics, and I've convinced them that should count instead of me writing a blog. and they're like, yeah, sure, why not? So now, keep in mind, I only have to write a blog quarterly, and it's 600 to 900 words, and I can do that in my sleep.
A podcast is just a blog without a face.
Right.
Is
and,
the saying.
And the
Blog without a face.
makes me feel
Three
pain.
cute Jeffs.
You blog without a face.
Also, one day, maybe my kids or grandkids or someone will, discover it and go, wow, Dad really covered a lot of stuff. Or Grandpa really covered a lot of stuff. Like, or my nieces and that. Like, everyone says, like, who's the crazy uncle in your family? I'm the crazy uncle in my family. So, so maybe at some point.
With any luck, your grandkids in the future will be looking you up and they'll just find this episode.
Yep. This one pops up first.
This is the fleur de lis.
My daughter's going to look at the stuff that I've done and be like, Dad was funny and he made a lot of dick jokes, though.
Uncle Jeremy really hates communism.
Dicks are funny. They look funny. They do funny things. They get us
taste
into
funny.
trouble. They're funny.
I was going to go smell. I think smell is the funnier of the two senses, smelling and tasting. I think.
Well, when it comes to a pecker, though, Mike.
Because you need your nose to taste anyway. You wouldn't be able to taste everything if you didn't have your nose.
I think hearing is the funniest because you have to hear a joke to laugh at it. But I think
hot take, Jeff. Number one.
Yeah, the tasting and the smelling. I mean, that can be the funniest, but it can also be the least funny.
Yeah, and I guess if to hear a dick, it would have to be big, right? You pull it out.
Listen, if you're smelling a dick, there's probably a problem with the dick. No expert on the subject, but I don't think they're supposed to.
Why do you think they invented Axe body spray?
That would be a weird superpower. I can smell a dick up 30 yards away.
It's called Axe body spray. It's not called Axe just for your dick spray.
Well, it's
put that up. Mike, put that one in the background. We got peanut butter and jelly popsicles and
dick axe.
Axe just for your dick spray. Yeah, there's a commercial right there. There's a sponsor.
And the ad will play now.
Sprayed your pits, your chest, even your neck like a savage. But now it's time to step up. Introducing Axe Dick Spray, engineered for precision, formulated for impact, applied directly where confidence begins. Why smell kind of good when you can smell obscenely great?
Not FDA approved. Do not use near open flames or on first date. Side effects may include swagger, unsolicited winks, and spontaneous saxophone solos.
Axe Dick Spray, smell like victory down there.
I mean, there are dude wipes. Maybe there should be a dick spray.
There is one. You just heard the ad for it.
I mean, there probably is. I'm just not going to the wrong stores.
That's well, all right. Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us today on Garden of Thought. We ask all of our guests this very important question.
Jeff, number one, we've had a lot of fun here today, but it's time to get serious. Put a lot of thought into this garden. All right? Get your hoe ready to plow this garden. Who is better for your own reasons, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Arnold.
And why?
I mean, it's not even close. I mean, Arnold's movies in the 80s were everything. I mean, Terminator, Running Man, Predator. I mean, Conan. Come on. I mean,
I've got news for you. You are mine now. You belong to me.
Exactly right. It's like asking who's better, The Rock or Jason Statham.
Go, Jason Statham.
There you go.
Well, I love your answer, and you're right. It's not close. It hasn't been close this year. Although, believe it or not, Stallone did win last year.
Stallone's gotten a lot of love because he's done a lot more volume, and he's so I could see that if you were watching stuff from like 95 through present, like the last 30 years, he's become more iconic. But in my formative years, everything was Arnold. Plus, I mean, he really was Mr. Olympia, and that was before like everybody knew how to get muscles.
Who are they to protest me, huh? Who are they? Unless they've been me and been there and know what the hell they're yelling about.
Exactly.
I'm losing hard this year.
Really hard.
Jeff, I'm really fucking. He wrote all of his movies. He's a writer and a director.
No, he did some great stuff. I mean, Cliffhanger was good. Copland was good. I mean, you're comparing like two of the top icons of the 20th century. I mean, so it's not a dishonor to be number 2 or number 3, but if you ask me, it's Arnold. I mean, he became the governor. He married into the Kennedys. He got divorced from the Kennedys for like sleeping with his housekeeper.
He married in and then divorced the Kennedys.
Yeah, for like the worst, for like it's like stupid horniness, just because he had too much dick acts.
That's right.
But that boy is an Adonis. He's an olive-skinned Adonis. That bastard child.
Sure he is. Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. Somehow, at like 97 years old, he still plays the Terminator periodically in movies nobody sees.
Is your wife a huge fan of Selena?
I don't think so. I was from South America, so. But here's the funny thing: is that somewhere out there on YouTube, there's an interview that my wife did with Lanny Poffo, who's Randy Savage's brother. He's also since deceased, but only like 2 years ago. And he absolutely says where they grew up and all that stuff. And the funny thing is, like, he doesn't really understand her English. She doesn't really understand his Spanish. And the reason they're speaking is that he moved to Ecuador. So she was sort of educating him on Ecuador, but he was busy hitting on her. And there's more to it than that. But it's funny. My wife's a smoke show.
He wrote a song and proposed to your wife?
Let's just say that he might have died en route to Maryland of a broken heart.
Aw.
Did you know Randy Savage was also a professional baseball player?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Minor league. He was in the St. Louis Cardinal system.
Oh, wow.
And
He died in New York. The next day he was going to be in Westminster, Maryland. And he made an invitation that was rejected. And he was dead.
You killed Macho Man Randy Savage's brother?
I killed the poet laureate, Leaping Lanny Poffo. Yeah.
Wow.
My wife did.
You heard
we
it
did
here
it
first.
together.
So I take it she's
right.
Ecuadorian?
Yes.
That's beautiful, Jeff. I'm very happy for you.
I have no opinion.
I'm not going to hit on your beautiful wife. Please don't kill me on the border of Maryland.
She won't respond. I know she's a smoke show. I've been seeing people's reaction to her when they look at me, and they look at her for almost a decade now. But it's I'm very Jack Nicholson in Batman '89 about it.
Jack Nicholson, what a handsome guy. In his prime, he's at the same age as his son. He's 10 times more handsome than his son.
Well, Jack Nicholson has like one of the greatest quotes in context maybe of all time. And after the Hollywood Madam, the Heidi Fleiss thing, and it came out, and he was on the list and he didn't deny it. And he's doing an interview, and to say, "You're Jack Nicholson. Why are you paying $250,000 to have sex?" He's like, No. I don't pay $250,000 to have sex with the woman. I pay $250,000 for her to leave.
He is pretty old now, Mike. If you shave and put on a dress, you might be
Look like Jack Nicholson?
Get a cool $250,000 out of Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you said if I did all that, I
Who's
would look
Mike?
like. Yeah, Jeremy.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Too. Who's Jeremy?
I'm Jeff too.
You guys sure that you know the theme of your show?
That's right.
F's.
Well, we've had a fun time here in the garden. Everyone, put your the clippers away.
I gotta put my sandals back
And
on.
your dick out.
I can smell that dick, Jeff. Put it back. Put it away.
Ew.
Oh, I can hear it.
It's screaming.
All right, it's stowed away in its safety equipment.
Total smoke show, Mike. That means she's hot, caliente.
That's what I
hot,
heard. Like Silk City Hot Sauce. You can go to silkcityhotsauce.com and use our promo code STEEL at checkout to
That's
get
STEAL, Steel.
Silk, S-I-L-K, City Hot Sauce. Promo code STEEL at checkout for 20% off of your whole entire order. We recommend Psychic Bigfoot because it's
stuff.
really tasty.
It's sweet and hot. Sweet and savory.
Sweet the heat.
We've been MJSYVERSE.
MJSYPOD.
On all the things.
You can find us at MJSYPod.com. You can go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/MJSYPod. and you can get additional content. You can even link your Patreon to our secondary channel, Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast Supreme, on Spotify. And you can get everything all in one spot.
Go to YouTube. Subscribe and like on YouTube. I'm gunning for YouTube right now.
Like and subscribe, 5-star. Whatever platform you're listening to us on, shoot us some love. We love it. And
or
comment.
Hate. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment of hate.
Yes.
That's fine too. Hate has currency.
That's right. And
we have a phone number.
It's 903-287-0660. And you can leave us a text or a voicemail. We'll play it on the show. Interact. This is a fun way for you to say hi or say whatever you want. Well, we had fun. Thank you, Jeff number 1.
Jeff, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at the Garden of Thought, wherever podcasts are found. You can find me on the old X at Twitter at IcarusFellMD or at Dose_evil. You can find me on Facebook under my real name, our real name, Jeff Lippman.
That's 2 P's.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, 2 P's, 1 N. Garden of Thought also has a Facebook page, though I it's recently created, so there's not much there.
Everyone, check out Garden of Thought,
with
the
Jeff
podcast with Jeff Lippman. Not the one and only, but with Jeff Lippman.
Certainly the best, Jeff Lippman.
I don't know. What else do you want me to say? I'm really impressed that you guys have that sponsor, and I really feel like I'm seeing the origin story of Statler and Waldorf here, so this is cool.
Aw. I don't know who that is.
I call Waldorf.
Was the first one Phantom?
Absolutely know who they are. It's the 2 old guys in the Muppets in the balcony.
Oh, they have names?
You didn't know they had names?
You bet they do.
No.
Oh my god.
Legendary. Legends.
I know the old ho, 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 ho. Oh! I know that they laughed like that.
They're the best part of the Muppets.
The criticisms.
I also like the Eagle. He's so patriotic.
Harry the Eagle? Henry? What's his Hank?
He's a barrel-chested man. I think it's Henry.
Henry. Yeah, Henry the Eagle. The big blue eagle. I know that puppet's name. Jeff, I love you.
I love you too.
Jeff, I love you.
I love you too, Jeff.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast.
Well, that was a fun trek through the garden. I was thinking the whole time.
Jeff, I'm confused why you planted all the weeds. You took out all the flowers. You just put weeds everywhere.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a garden without weeds.
They're getting lost in the weeds.
Jeff, number 1, we have something we wanted to tell you before we go.
Listening.
I'm not really Jeff. I have no mask on. I'm not really Jeff.
And I'm Jeremy.
Huh?
And I'm Michael.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. What happened here?
We stole your podcast.
You may have heard of us.
Again?
Mike, this guy's got more podcasts. I'm going through his computer. He's got more podcasts.
He's got more of them?
He's got more.
Wait, were you holding out on us?
I don't know, was I?
Well, Jeremy, this one is an OnlyFans for his wife. That's not a podcast.
Gracias. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling.
What other podcasts did you find? What else did you uncover there?
This one just says
That's
communism is the best.
No, that's not me.
What's this? But Jeff Lippman gays for Gaza. That doesn't make any sense.
Clearly, it's not. Clearly, that's a Bizarro Jeff.
The Jeff number 4.
Oh, a mystery.
Well, anyway, you could have your podcast back.
I don't really want it, but all right, fine.
I mean, if you don't want it, we'll take it. If you don't want it.
Well, you know how.
Fair enough. We have keys. That's how we got it before.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah.
We did legally. We have to legally change our names back to Michael and Jeremy now, Jeremy.
Mikey's got a podcast about wrestling. We can get Elliot Poston back on.
We can.
Famous country singer / wrestling promoter.
That's right.
Elliot Poston.
Famous.
All right. That's it. Bye.